Hey folks, Mike Johnson here. If it's got wheels and an engine, you're in the right place. On this channel, we dive into car repairs, maintenance tips, and everything you need to keep your ride running smooth. If you're into cars and want to keep learning, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. All right, enough talking. Let's get into it.
P0845 is detected with an abnormal voltage reading from the transmission fluid pressure sensor circuit which alerts the PCM. This code is often stored with another torque converter clutch, shift solenoid, transmission slip, gear ratio or lockout codes. What code P0845 means? In order to determine the correct amount of pressure for the transmission operation, several sensors and readings are used by the PCM. If the correct fluid pressure is not detected by the fluid pressure sensor, this means that the correct transmission pressure cannot be achieved. This detection will cause the PCM to store code P0845. What causes code P0845? Generally, code P0845 is caused by a faulty electronic pressure control solenoid. However, a faulty transmission fluid sensor can also be to blame. Other causes include a blocked transmission fluid passages, internal transmission failures, weak transmission fluid contaminated or dirty, transmission fluid faulty PCM or TCM. In very rare cases, what are the symptoms of code P0845? Before code P0845 is detected, the vehicle owner may notice severe shifting, slippery transmission, overheated transmission, reduced fuel efficiency or a complete failure to engage or disengage the torque converter clutch. The check engine light should also be on. How does a mechanic diagnose code P0845? To diagnose the P0845 code, the mechanic should first check the code with an OBDI scanner. Any problem with transmission components should always be solved first by inspecting the transmission fluid. If the fluid is low, it should be topped up. If it's dirty or smells burnt, it may be necessary to flush the system and top it up with clean transmission fluid. After this step, the mechanic should clear the code and retest the system. If the code reappears, they will need to continue with further diagnostic procedures, starting by checking all electrical components. After each repair attempt, the code should be cleared and the system rechecked, to ensure that the correct fix is reduced. Common errors when diagnosing code P0845. It is common for the high-pressure pump to be replaced, when in fact the transmission pressure sensor itself, or the electronic pressure control solenoid, or other wiring malfunctions were to blame. It's important to check all electrical components before replacing the main parts, as short connections are often the problem. How serious is code P0845? Code P0845 is considered very serious, and its presence indicates a problem that should be resolved immediately. If this problem is not resolved as soon as the code is detected, it may lead to an inoperable or unsafe vehicle. What repairs can fix code P0845? A technician can address a P0845 code detection in several ways. They include, replace a faulty electronic pressure control solenoid, replace a faulty transmission fluid sensor, clean blocked transmission fluid passages, treat internal transmission failures, low transmission fluid level, flush contaminated or dirty transmission fluid system and replace with clean fluid. Replace defective PCM or TCM, in very rare cases. In conclusion, understanding fault code P0845 is essential for diagnosing issues related to the transmission fluid pressure sensor circuit or switch B. This code can indicate problems that may affect your vehicle's performance and shifting capabilities. Regular maintenance and timely repairs can help prevent further complications. If you encounter this fault code, it's advisable to consult a professional mechanic to ensure accurate diagnosis and resolution. Thank you for watching, and stay informed about your vehicle's health.